recording. All right. Hello, everyone. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Dispatch Center and the National Dispatchers Network. And tonight is Monday, and we normally have Monday orientations every other Monday. Tonight we are just here to announce that we're having some changes on the orientation. We're not going to be doing orientation every other Monday. We're just going to cut the orientation back to once orientation per month. Why? Because we have several orientations already online, and they are the exact same, every last one of them. Now, until something changes, until we have something new that changes, then we'll go in and we will change the orientation. But if I went and put in RBBS orientation, you'll notice here, it pulls up a whole bunch of orientations. And there you go. Okay, you get a whole bunch of our orientations, and they're pretty much all the same. Okay. This was the last one we did, which was this one right here. There's another one that was right behind it, and there's another one and another one. So, you know, you don't need that many orientations each and every month. We're gonna cut them back to one orientation per month, and we're only gonna do a second orientation that month, only if something changed, something, you know, we got a big change, you know, within our procedures or how we do something. That's when we would have those orientations. Okay, but other than that, we would have one per month. Okay, this is not one, so this is not an orientation. Everybody who was here tonight, everybody actually gone through an orientation before. This is just second time or more. So they've gone through an orientation, and they know where they can go back and review those orientations that they're all right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and make some other announcements, and we're gonna do something different starting on Monday nights. Okay, you know how we have SWAT training every Tuesday and Q&A every Wednesday. So here's what we're gonna be doing for Monday nights from here on out. Every Monday or every other Monday night, I am going to be going over one of the steps in our process. So we're going to be going over the workflow or the steps to booking and dispatching freight. Okay. Now, what do we mean by that? In any training platform, you have certain guidelines and steps and things you need to follow step by step. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to be taking your back office process, and I'm going to be going through every other Monday night, and I'm going to explain in detail a step or a tool or resource. Okay. One of the features in the back office. So we're going to be going over them step by step, one at a time. And every other Monday, it's going to be me basically just going into telling y'all how this works, where to find it at, what's the best use for it, how do you use it, the whole 9 yards. So there'll be no question as to, you know, how do I use the carrier locator site? Or how do I find carriers? How do I look up shippers? How do I contact shippers? Where do I find shippers? How do I apply the dispatch agreement? Where do I find it? How should it be filled out? Those types of things. So we're going to be going over each and every last one of those things every other Monday. Now, when I say going over each one of them, we're going to pick one and we're going to go over that one every other Monday. We won't be doing the whole shebang. We're going to do one, and it's going to be titled, you know, how to blank, blank, blank. Okay? So that's how you'll be able to look this up. So what we're going to wind up having is you're going to have a whole series in your back office training videos. They're going to be on the how-to session, the how-to. So in our back office videos, when we load those up, we're going to create another video category within the library. And that video category is going to be entitled How To. Okay? So it's going to have, like here where you see where it says operational training videos, and you have the other, well, it's still loading up, but you have operational training videos, you have the live weekly training and curriculum videos, you have the personal attention services videos, which is the private consultation, and then you have our brand new videos, and of course our lifestyle of the logistics. We're going to be adding one, and it's going to be up at the top, and it's going to be called how-to videos. So that's what they're going to be on, and we're going to be going into how do you use a certain thing and how do you do it, and it's going to each video is going to be titled how to locate carriers, how to implement your dispatch agreement, how to use your dispatch agreement, how to, use this particular load board, how to use the straight dispatch, how to, things of that nature. Okay? Does everybody agree that that would be more helpful than an orientation, every other week?
And that'll be easy, like when my corporate, I can send my
girls.
This is
some feedback on that now. I'm sorry?
I said it'd be easy for me being a corporate and sending my girls to it to, this is what you need to learn, then this next, then this next, like a training for them.
Exactly. You can go straight to the how-to video, and there would be. Okay, so that's what we're going to start doing. We recognize that we've had some, because we've been getting a lot of phone calls. How do I do this? How do I, and where do I find it? How do I do that? And my thing is, okay, how would you get to the orientation? Like, yep, but they still have problems finding certain things or choosing certain things because I know the orientations, they can be long, and there's a lot of information jammed all into one session, so that might be the problem because I know it, of course, but when I jam it all into one session, even though it's there, it's kind of, encompassing to go through the whole orientation, and if you're only looking for one or two things, and you may, nod off, or you may be doing several things and trying to listen at the same time, you may be missing. So, by breaking it up, or breaking it down into separate how-to sessions, I think that will serve you all a lot better. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing from here on out, and then we'll just have an orientation once per month, and then we have the how-to. And then once we get all the how-to done, we got a lot of stuff that we can go into on the how-tos. As you all know, we have a lot of stuff in our back office. All right, so there is a lot of stuff that we can go into on the how-tos and how to use certain things and things of that nature. Resources again, but we have a lot of things that we can cover. Just starting with the tools and resources, working way down to the agreement forms, working way down to the load boards. And so we've got a lot of things that we can cover on the how-tos, okay? So that way you all won't have a problem with that. All right, so since we made that announcement, one of the first things we're going to go over on the how-tos, okay? And I think this is probably going to be one of the more important things because you all need to do what? You need to find carriers, right? So, hold on, let me get out of this. You all need to find carriers. You need to know how to find your carriers, where to go to look to find the carriers, and how to pull them up, things of that nature. So that's what we're going to go over tonight. So tonight's how-to session is going to be how to locate owner-operators, okay, to pitch your pitch, okay, or how to locate owner-operators and sign them up to your dispatch agreement. All right, so that's what tonight's session is going to be. It's going to finding the carriers, okay? So that's what we're going to do. All right. With that being said, there are a couple of ways that you can find carriers. There are actually a couple of ways that you can find carriers. I'm going to be adding a new way also too, using Safer Web. But the two main ways that we find carriers is, one, you can find them on the load boards. Okay, you can find them on the load boards. Some load boards have carrier locators, most don't. Okay, and the two that we know of for a fact that do have carrier locators is going to be the Trucker's Path. Find Trucker's Path. Trucker's Path is one. And the next one that we know of on here is Quick Transport Solutions. All right? So we know that Trucker Path is one. Now, if you have access to 123, and I think that Power has a carrier locator as well. Okay? If you have access to those two, you'll be able to find carriers on those also too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each of the load boards, during my off time or during my work time and not do off time. I'm going to be going over each load board to see if they offer the carrier locators and see if we make sure we figure those out, and then I'll be able to bring those to you all and show you all the load boards that have the carrier locators. But let's take a look at Trucker's Path. You all can see my screen, right? Everyone can see my screen. I think we're sharing. But and what do you find on Trucker's Path? You're going to go to your back office tools and resources, okay? Which is found where? Up here at the More button. When you put it over there, it pulls up a drop down. And you all notice that everything within this drop down, you have to have a login to access it. All this stuff up here, you can access the private consultations, who are we, and the home page. That's for just the general public. You don't need to have a login in order to access any of these things up on the first three. But when you go into this more section, everything here requires a login, which means you must be a subscription paying member before you can even access any of this. Okay? So this does require a login. So you must be part of a corporate plan that has access. So because you won't be able to access this if you do not have your login, if you have not created your login. Okay? So let's get into the back office. You're going to click where it says Dispatch and Tools and Resources. Of course, when you click that, this will pop up. Welcome to your back office. Now, in looking for the carrier locator, first place you're going to find them is on the load boards. You're going to scroll down, and there's your load boards right here. It's titled right there, load boards at the very bottom of the roller of this page. You've got 3 Rolodexes. You've got the tools and resources, agreements, forms, and documents, and then you have load boards. All right. When looking for the load board, if you click over to the right of the middle placement holder, it is going to roll that Rolodex to the left. If you click over to the left of the middle of the placement holder, it's going to roll it to the right. So it depends on which way you're going, that's where you're going to know it. Now, if we want to look over here, there's Trucker's Path right there. Just roll it around, as you all can see. So in order to find your carriers on Trucker's Path, you're going to have to click on Trucker's Path. You're going to have to log in. Okay? If you all remember, you all know where to find your username and login. Okay? You're going to click there, go to links. Now, Trucker's Path gives you 2 different ways of logging in. It gives you services, load board services for brokers, and load board services for carriers. We have a login for both. Okay, we have a login for both. So depending on what we're doing, we're going to determine which way we use Trucker's Path. All right. Now, if you are looking for loads, of course, you're going to go over here and you're going to go to where it says truck loads. If you're looking for loads, you're going to click where it says truck loads for carriers. Okay? Well, this is going to show you the load board where you go and find loads that we could pick out and pick up for our owner operators and present them to them. If you are looking for trucks, right? If you were a broker, you would be looking for what? Trucks to run your loads, right? So if you are looking for trucks, you're going to click in where it says truck loads for brokers. So we have two different logins. So what you're going to do is you're going to come here, and in this case, we're looking for carriers or owner operators. We're going to click truck loads for brokers. We'll click that. It's going to open up your sign-in page. You're going to click sign in. Give it time to process here. I think I've got mine's. It's auto set. Well, it might not be auto set. Oh, there it is. Hold up. That's not it. It's not auto set on this one, so we're going to have to go back in and do what you always do. Which means you got to go back in and see what the username is. Okay? This username. We go over here and we put in the username. All right. Then we come down here and then we put in the password. Okay, password. Hope I got that in right. We'll find out here in a second. There we go. We got it in right. So, put it save, everything. So let me know what I'm doing. Now, when you do this right, it's going to pop up and tell you dispatch R. Okay? Okay? It's going to tell you dispatch RBBS. That's what it's going to tell you right there. So, you know what it is on the side, it's going to say DR. This is your dispatch login. All right? So, now you notice here where it says loads, there are no loads. Why? Because we are no longer brokers. Now, when we were brokers, see, it may have our inactive loads, or let's see here, click all loads. It may have our inactive loads still in here. It may not. When we were brokers, we used to post a whole bunch of loads, and they are. Now, these are our inactive loads, which means none of these loads are these loads are no longer valid. Okay, let's remember that. Okay, these loads are no longer valid. Such that they're back from September, all the way back from October, November, and 1 or 2 from December. Some of these still run because they are repeat loads and they run all the time. But we no longer post loads. So as you all can see here, we no longer have these in here. But these are old loads that is expired. Okay, these are all old loads. Okay, when we were booking freight, we had a whole bunch. When we were a brokerage firm, we had a whole bunch of hopper loads, as you all can see. We had a whole bunch of all kinds of loads. Okay, we had all kinds of loads back when we were brokers. We had plenty of loads that we would supply, our team, because we had over, here's right here, 1,124 loads. That's what we had. Okay, we had a lot of loads, as you all can see. 1,124 loads is the what's our load count that we used to post it just about every day. Every day we would post somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 to 1,600 loads every single day. So we had freight. Okay, back when we were broke firm. All right, but But since this is not what we're going to be doing, and these are all expired loads anyway, we have no active loads, as you all can see. We have no more active loads that would be illegal for us to have active loads. Why? Because we are no longer a brokerage firm. We are a consulting firm and a dispatch firm. All right. So what we're going to be looking for is truck search. Okay. You can see here where it says loads, truck search, and GPS tracking. Okay. So what we're going to be looking for in this case is truck search, because you want to know how to what? Search for your truck. Now, trucker's path and 123 load board and that power, they're very similar in their truck search. Okay. Once you click the truck search, it's going to pull up all the trucks that have made themselves available to pick up a load. In other words, they're empty, or when they reported this, they were empty, and they are available for a load. That's why they went on here and they flagged them. They flagged themselves. And you can see how long ago they flagged themselves. Like this truck flagged itself 1 minute ago. Here's one down here that flagged himself 4 minutes ago. Here's one from 5 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, 11 minutes ago. They're going down to a half hour, on down to 43 minutes. Okay? And you got three, rows of them down here of carriers that you can look at on tonight, and they go all the way back to 94 minutes, so an hour and a half to some even 3 hours back. And they made themselves available. Why? Because they are empty and they need a load. So this will be a good source of carriers to call up and do what? Can anybody tell me what you would do when you go and you find these carriers? What's the purpose of looking for and finding these carriers?
Like your pitch?
I'm sorry?
To make your pitch?
Exactly, to make your pitch. So this is your pool. This is where your clientele is going to come from. This is the lake that you are going to be fishing in. Okay? So, when you're looking for carriers, and that's one of the first things you got to do in because remember, you don't have any business until you have a contracted owner-operator. Remember the statute. What legalizes you as a independent dispatch firm or a owner-operator dispatcher or independent dispatcher is what? What's that statute state? Okay, you must have what? Any company, individual, or entity that has a pre-existing agreement with a authorized carrier to find said carrier suitable freight, persuading to said carrier's specific criteria. So before you can even start looking for loads or anything, you gotta have a carrier on the contract. Okay? So this is literally the first step after learning your script and your dispatch agreement and things like that. After learning that, this is really your first real work step. Okay? So the first thing you gotta do is call up, find your carriers, call them up, and get them on the pitch. Now, in looking at these carriers, you notice here you can find them by all states, or you can click in a specific state if that's what you wanted to do. Or you can put in, it says, any equipment. I don't like doing it that way. Why? Because it throws in those well, it doesn't have it here, so that's pretty good. But what I normally do is I take off the any, and I just click flatbed, van, reefer. Okay? You can do power only, okay? But if you do the other, what is it also going to give you? What is that also going to give you if you do the other ones? Can anybody guess what else you're going to get in that pool?
Maybe car haulers?
Hot shots,
Well, you got to get box
containers.
That's what we're looking for. That's what we don't want to have. You're gonna get hot shots. Yeah. Now, containers, that's okay. But you're gonna get hot shots. You're gonna get the box trucks. You're gonna get the the spinner vans and things like that. And that's what you don't want, because it's gonna be very difficult finding freight and keeping those guys running. And it's gonna be frustrating for you. It's gonna be frustrating for them, and you're gonna lose money because you're spending so much time on that specific niche that you can't really satisfy. And you're never going to be able to make enough money in it. Okay? And while you're doing that, you're missing what? Your big three. Right? So I always go in and just click flatbed, van, reefer, and I may do it a power, power only. And then I go back and I hit search again. And it may weed some of them out, it may not, but I want to make sure I don't waste my time calling up carriers that I'm not going to find stuff for, okay? Or that I prefer not to work with. So I try to stick with those three and let it run its course, and then see what we come up with, and there we go. As you see, it cut out about 40 of them, about 40, maybe about 50 of them, right? So it kind of narrows it down a little bit. All right. So there you go. It narrows it down a little bit. All right. So also, what you want to do is you only want to deal with carriers that have what? Satisfactory or conditional rating. You do not want any unsatisfactory ratings. Okay? Because if you put that in, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So when you put in unsatisfactory ratings, it is going to pull up some red flag carriers. Carriers that have red flags. They're not all green lighted. You want the ones that have green lights, or maybe all greens, maybe one or two yellows. But you do not want red flags. Let me show you what we mean by that. That's all green. That's good. That's a green light carrier. See if we can find well, it's got a red, got a unsatisfactory. Here's one right here. All right, but this is a conditional, okay? Flash trucking, and you see right there, he has a yellow on safety. That's why it's labeled conditional, because he has at least one yellow, okay? And that's okay. You may want to just question him on that, but guess what? If you click on it, it tells you what it was for. It was a moderate. It's nothing real egregious. No, it was a moderate. It could went all the way over to an egregious, one which means all that will be filled up, and that will probably turn to red. All right, and it kind of gives you a little bit of information on what that was and when it occurred and all that type of stuff. So you may want to ask them some questions, about it, and say, hey, what happened here? What was the problem?
It says it's hours of service for compliance.
And whatever the case may be. And then, yeah, that's basically what it was. So you see it right there. It's compliance. Yeah. Okay? Mm-hmm. So it's safety, but it's not really safety. You know what I mean?
Probably went 2 minutes over his 10.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything. He could have been trying to get home. He may not even been on a load and just trying to get home and ran out of time. Yeah, that happened. That happened with me. I take some back roads, and I turn that damn boy off, and I go home. That's a lot to you. I've done it. I've done it. I take the back roads to avoid all the, especially because I'm going home, so I know all the back roads, right? I know how to get home without going by the DOT inspections and the way stations, right? Because if you go home, you're in your home state, you should know those back roads. I know how to get from Georgia to Tallahassee, Florida, without going by a one-way station. Okay? Because I know Georgia, coming up to, up to Florida, and I know Florida. I know the back roads. There's several, back roads I can take that are leading me right home. That I can get a truck and trailer right on by. All right? So, not saying that that's what you all need to do, but when you're empty and you're trying to get home, and you only got, that weekend for your home time, and you're back out on the road again for 3-4 weeks, you want to get home and spend as much time at home as possible. So, I can understand how something like that would occur, but it's not very egregious, okay? And, of course, an unsatisfactory one is going to look like this. You don't want this guy. Woo, got all types of red flags. Okay? Got red flags on his authority, red flags on operation, red flag on safety, red flag on insurance, and red flag on the other. So this, that, and the other. You don't want that guy. Okay, so this guy right here, you don't want to sign him up. Because he's going to cause some problems for you. So you definitely don't want him. Okay? So that's what the unsatisfactory look like. Okay, so that's why we don't click on the unsatisfactory when we're up here and we're doing our safety ratings. You're going to click off of the unsatisfactory, and you're only going to have satisfactory and condition. Okay, so that's what you're going to be looking for: satisfactory and conditional. Now, also, you always notice that there's a map that's over here on the right side. I like that map, but I actually like the one that's on 1, 2, 3 load board better. I don't give y'all access to 1, 2, 3 because we had a difference of we have a contractual disagreement with 1, 2, 3, so we choose not to use them. Now, if you all want to use 1, 2, 3, that's fine, but we don't use them because, in our opinion, they renege on our contract with them not once, not twice, but 3 times. Okay, on 3 different occasions, and we decided that it just wasn't worth trying to do business with them. We got to keep changing the rules as they see fit, and that costs us a lot of money each time they do it. So we decided, we're not even going to worry about that. All right. So, but this map basically tells you where those carriers are located. You can get a quick, view when you click on it. Notice how it pulls up the guy over here who this is. Did y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all see that?
Yes.
All right. So if you're looking for, exactly. So if you're looking for a carrier down in Florida, you want this carrier, which is right here, over here by, just like close to that Tampa or somewhere. If I'm not mistaken. I'm looking at my Florida map, right? Fort Lauderdale, maybe. You click on it, it pulls them up, and there he is right there. It pulls him up. He's in Kissimmee, which is down there by Tampa, and I know I was right. But that's where he is. Okay, so when you click on it, it's gonna pull him up right over here to the right. Okay, so if you got and this is how I use this. If I've got a lead on where I know there's a lot of freight at. Take, for instance, if you're looking at one of the other load boards and you're looking at the site map, and you see there's a ton of loads in Texas, and give you all an example. Let's say you have your 2 load boards pulled up. Show y'all how I use this. Let's say I've got this load board here pulled up. One of my load boards that I like to deal with. This bad boy right here, direct freight. I like direct freight. That's one of my favorite load boards. But let's say I'm on direct freight. Come on, direct freight. How was y'all Thanksgiving?
Good.
Everyone had a great Thanksgiving.
Good.
Great. While we're waiting for direct freight to pull up here, it'll pull up here in a second. It's a pretty big load board, so we got a lot of stuff going on. There it is, direct freight. All right, we can give them a little log in here. I was hoping it would have my login already in, so I'm having to go through that process again. But see if it's got it loaded up. And there it is. It does have me loaded up. So let me log in. All right. Direct freight has what's called a load map. And that's what I like. I like their load map right here, which is their load map. So here's what I do. When I'm looking for carriers to call, and because you want to call the carrier, you want to hit them with the pitch, you got to start thinking ahead. You got to start planning this stuff out, having a whole conversation of how this thing is going to go, right? Because let's say you go to Puzzle Pad, right? And you just start clicking on these guys and start calling, right? No real plan, right? You click on this guy right here, and you see he is where his location right now is where? Right here, New Mexico area, right? And let's say you start talking to him, and you start hitting him with the pitch. You like buying your freight. How much money you need to move the truck. We're gonna look at the loads. You're going to the pitch with him, right? And let's say he needs a little more convincing, and he says to you, "Well, what kind of loads you got here in New Mexico?" Y'all see where I'm going with this? If you didn't plan this out, and you say, "Well, hold on for a second. Let me see what I can find for you down in New Mexico," right? So if you didn't plan this out, and then you went up here and you looking at, well, let's find New Mexico. New Mexico. Now, you only got 146 loads in New Mexico. Y'all see the problem?
Yeah, you only have 141.
The problem with that. That's going to cause a problem, right? Because you don't have a very good, source of loads to choose from to convince this guy that you can run him, right? So that's going to make that close that much more difficult because you dug yourself into a hole. In other words, what I'm saying is this. I already have you a whole bunch of dirt down the hole, right there beside it. So in case you get into the hole, you can act the dirt down and still be able to get out of that hole. All right? Go ahead and preset yourself. Go ahead and rig the game, is what I'm saying. Go ahead and rig the game. So instead of just going and clicking on people, saying, okay, where am I going to know which carrier I'm going to call first? What I like to do is this. I like to go in, right? Go to my bubble board, see who got a whole bunch of freight. Aha! But that makes sense. I come on here, California got 1,570 loads. Oregon got 2,084 loads. Washington got 1,032 loads. Ooh, Minnesota got 1,140 loads. I come down here, Missouri, oh man, they got 1,133 loads. Illinois got 2,074 loads. Now see where I'm going with this? I'm going to pick the areas that have good load count, right? So that way, when I come over here and I choose somebody I'm looking for, I'm going to look over here in Texas. There's that one guy there in California. I'm going to call him up, of course. I'm going to call these guys here in Texas. Why? Because Texas got a lot of freight. Texas got 2,004 loads. So I'm going to call all these guys in Texas, right? Make sure they're on my pitch. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trucks in Texas right now. Carriers in Texas right now that say they need a load. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to pick all the, the states that's got the high load count. And those are the ones I'm going to call. I'm going to look at some of these states that got all these trucks in them. First of all, and I'm going to see what the load count is in them before I just start making phone calls. Does that make sense to you all?
Yes.
Hello? Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yes, great. I need my feedback now. But that's just what I do. Like if I'm looking in PA, and I know I've got about 2 or 3 guys up there in PA, I'm going to click on Pennsylvania, and I'm going to see what the loads are. Look at that. All kind of loads I can choose from. All kind of loads up here I can choose from. Oh, wow, have mercy, Jesus. I got loads after loads after loads after loads. Okay? Lots of loads, right? Not only that, I can go up here and click my pay rate. Look what happens. It's going to put all the loads that has the money showing first. Well, look at that. Loads after loads after load after load. Now, if I had my straight dispatch logged on, which I don't have it on this computer, I have it on my other computer. I usually don't take it off this computer I use to book rate on. But if I had this up here, I could go in there and set in my settings how much money I was looking for. So if I want to find some really, really good freight, I'll put it $2.75 or $3 base. And then we do it, and it would highlight all the loads that are paying that kind of money. So then, what am I set up for? Then I can just go back over here and what? Call these guys up in where? PA. This guy right here. What's he at? There he is right there. I'm going to call this guy right here. He's a drive man. Right? All green lights. I'm going to call up Mr. Mustafa, and I'm going to pitch him. This is number right there. I'm going to go ahead and pitch him. All right? So now when Mr. Mustafa says, okay, well, what kind of freight you got in Pennsylvania? Right? Hold on. And you already got this stuff pulled up. Why? Because you've already what? Loaded the deck. You already stacked the deck, right? You stacked the deck. You playing with a loaded deck. Right? You playing with loaded decks. So you know what numbers are going to come up. So you've already got this pulled up. You got the thing set for the type of load you're looking for, $2.75 or $3 per mile. So you're just going to go through it and you're just going to hit all the highlighted ones. So, hey, I got one load that's paying $3.25 per mile. It's going about 93 miles. It picks up close on the way you at. I got another load that's going paying $4.10. I got another load here that's paying. Hey, Chad, quick enough find those for you. That's how quick I'll be able to find you loads when you need them and to keep you running. Now, do you think that would increase your chances of signing this guy up to a dispatch agreement? Using this little procedure right here, do you think that would increase your chances of signing that guy up to a dispatch agreement? I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be yes. Okay? I'm pretty sure it is. All right? Because, look, when you're able to go on here and immediately show these guys your worth or how you're going to be of value to them, then you can easily sign these guys up. And believe me, this is probably the most important thing in making your business successful. this is what, well, no, I think this is the most important thing in growing your business. Because if you don't add contracted owner-operators, your business does not grow. Plain and simple. This is how you make your money. The more owner-operators you have on the contract, the more freight you can find, the more you can get paid on. Plain and simple. It really is just that simple. Okay? So, but this is a technique that I use when locating owner-operators. I don't just go in here and just start clicking. I'm going to just go call, just go all the way down the list. That's not what I do. There's a strategy involved. And you all have to learn to start using strategic methods in increasing your odds and chances of success. Okay, this is one of the things that makes a great salesperson versus someone who is just, you know, doing okay or just barely getting by. This is the difference between a dispatch firm, you know, doing close to $1 million a year, and a dispatch firm doing less than $100,000 a year, or an owner, business manager, personal income of close to $500,000, $250,000, versus someone who has an income of $30,000, $40,000 or $50,000. Big difference. Well, this is where that difference comes in at, in how you set yourself up to be successful. And that's in place that's going to help you to be successful. And start thinking about all your tools and resources in this context. Don't just look at your tools and resources just for what they are. Look at them in a way that's, okay, what plan can I come up with that's going to make this tool or this resource 10 times, 50 times, 100 times more effective? Okay? That's the mindset or the mind frame you all have to be into when you're doing this stuff. So you got to start thinking like an entrepreneur, start thinking like a business owner, start thinking like someone who is successful at doing this. Because successful people, they have a plan. They have a strategic approach to everything that they do. Remember that. Okay? Does this make sense? I'm telling about it. I know we only got a couple of you all on here tonight, so I'm not going to get a whole bunch of feedback. But I do want some feedback from you all.
Yes, it's
okay, so I'm hoping that makes sense to you. I got my license. All right, great. I got my license downloaded. All right, thank y'all. I got my license downloaded because I've got a serious migraine and the lights just bother me. So I'm gonna leave them. I even got my migraine glasses on tonight. Jonathan said we got the ones that got my 10 in them. I got 3 sets of glasses, one for each I'm feeling. So these are what I call my migraine glasses. They got the real thick lens in them, as y'all can see, because I'm half blind when I get migraine, so I need something that's gonna magnify everything so I can see how everything's going. All right, but I want to look at the guy on what's the movie? Fred Sanford, Red Fox played in with Eddie Murphy and Bishop Pryor. Big old glasses, thick, because he comes in the numbers. But anyway, and now I want to look like that guy. But yeah, this is what I use and the strategy that I use that helps me close 7 out of the 10 carriers I call. And the reason why my closing average is so high is not because I'm a great salesperson, which I am, but it's because I go in and I precondition myself to be successful. I rig the game. That's what I do. I rig the game before I start making calls. And if you kind of practice that, you'll find yourself closing these guys a lot easier. Why? Because now you're not fumbling through. You're not taking a whole bunch of time trying to answer their question. When they ask that obvious question, you know you already know they're going to ask that question. You know that question is going to come up. Well, what kind of freight you got here? You know, it's going to come up. 8 times out of 10, they're going to ask that question. So why not already be prepared for it and have an answer for it? Already at hand, you're rigging the game, right? So when they ask that question, you jump right in and say, yeah, I got this. Paying this. And now you're not going to tell them exactly where it picks up and exactly where it drops off and what time and stuff, but then they just, go around and gratify themselves. But you got to let them know that you have access. You have ready access to, Mr. Mustafa, I have access to more than 100 logos. That's how committed and dedicated I am to making sure I provide my clientele with the best possible freight available. Now, that's a lot, right? And you do have access to more than 100 logos. So we are committed to helping you provide that type of service to your clientele. And you can say that with all sincerity and honesty. Because not very many dispatch firms out there is going to go out and get access to 100 plus logos. They're just not going to do it. Not only that, I went ahead and invested in a software that allows me to put in what you want. Like if you tell me you want $3.75 per mile on loads, I'm going to put that into my system, and guess what? My system is going to highlight all the loads that are paying what you want or better. Now, how great is that? You see what you're doing? You're making it easy for them to say yes. You're giving them a reason to say yes. And that's what you want to do. That's the whole purpose of when you go and locate these trucks and you pitch them, you want to give them a reason to say yes. That's what the whole pitch is about. But these are just added strategic things you can do to kind of, add in and sprinkle in that's going to increase or tenfold your chances of closing that carrier, that owner operator. All right? But this is how you find them on Truckers Pad. Okay? This is how you find your carriers on Truckers Pad. All right? So, in review, looking back. In review, to find the carriers on Truckers Pad, what are we doing? First of all, you have to, when you go to Truckers Pad, let me get out of this. First of all, when you go to Truckers Pad, you got to click on where it says truckloads for what? Does anybody remember what we're going to click on? Does anybody remember what we're going to click on? Truckloads for what?
Brokers. The broker.
Exactly. Truckloads for the broker. So when we get the Truckers Pad, we're going to go over here and we're going to put what it says. Truckloads for brokers. Because we are looking for trucks. We click that bad boy on. It's going to take you over to that area. When you just sign in, you should already be logged in, so we shouldn't have a problem. All right, so we got to sign in. Remember me this time? Hopefully it did. But you'll log in. Once you log in, all you got to do is the one here. It's time tonight. All right. So once it logs in here, there's a lot of people on Truckers Pad tonight. log in. It's looking. All right, here we go. All right, once you're in, and we already logged in. Once you're in, you're gonna go over here and click where it says truck search. When you click truck search, one of the first things you're gonna do is what? You're gonna, make sure your equipment is what you want of that. All you want is flatbed, van, reefer, power on. You're gonna check, make sure your safety ratings are all what? Satisfactory or in condition. You don't want any unsatisfactory. You're not gonna click on that. You're gonna click satisfactory and conditional. Okay? Then once you do that, you're gonna do your search. As you can see here, it's now searching. And then once it matches on to those carriers, then it's going to show you all those carriers. It's going to show you the map. But after it shows you the map and you see where your carriers are, you're going to go over to another load board. And I like using which load board? Direct Freight. Why? Because Direct Freight, right, has what's called a load map. I like using the load map on Direct Freight. There are other load boards that have a load map as well. I think 123 has a load map. And I think Internet Truck Stop has a load map as well. So I like using the load map. I also like using this. Why? Because the straight dispatch helper is operational with this load board. It's also operational with Truckers Path, 123, that power, and Internet Truck Stop. Okay, so this is one of the load boards that it is compatible with, and it works on this load board. Okay. Someone have a question? All right. If you don't have a question, as I was saying, I go and I pull up my load map and I check the state. I look for the states that has an abundance of freight. And then when I find those states that have an abundance of freight, I go back and I cross-reference those with what? My trucks locations on Trucker Path. And then I start, comparing them to make sure I've got enough freight that I can go and look for it and be able to do this kind of the problems to find that freight and everything else. One of the other things that I'm going to do, once I find a state that has a lot of freight, and I've got some carriers that are in those states, I'm going to go here. I'm going to do what? I'm going to go ahead and preset my condition. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to change my stuff and put it in there. I want to look for loads that's paying $3 per mile or $2.75 or whatever the case may be. And I'm going right down here and I'm going to click search. And it's going to highlight all the loads that are paid at $2.75 or that $3 per mile or better. And those are the ones that I'm going to be using for my examples of being able to show him and good paying freight. So what am I doing? I'm not only am I letting him know what I can do with him, I'm showing him that I can find loads that are in his area where he's leaving from right now in real time. I'm showing him that I have access and I have access to available high paying freight right now in real time. So if Mr. Mustafa, if you was a contracted carrier with me, I could put you on some of this high dollar freight that I just talked to you about. I got plenty of it that's leaving in and out of your area right now. That's a very powerful closing. Very powerful closing. You put it to them that way. Okay. You don't feel like you just wasted all that time talking to someone and have them say, well, let me think about it. You got this type of strategy. And you're doing what they do in Missouri, like they say, the show me state. And when you're showing it to them, it's kind of hard for people to say no to. You show them right now, I can put you on a load that's paying $4,000. Right now, I can put you on a load I've got 3 loads right now that's leaving out of McKinney, McAllen, Mansfield area. That's put you on the span 4 grand, right? Right now. Okay? Right now. Okay? So, I can put you on freight that's around 164 miles, right? And it's paying $2,250. Yes, sir. It's a 164-mile run. It's leaving out of your area right now, up around the El Paso area. And it's paying $2,250. I can put you on that load right now. If we were a contract carrier. if we had a contract, if we had a dispatch agreement in place. When can I see your dispatch agreement? Okay? This is how you sign up carriers left and right. All right? A lot of people ask me, how did you get 317 carriers signed up? This is how. This is some of the methods that I used when I was building my book of business. Okay? So, and you all would learn to develop certain ways of doing things and increasing your chances of closing. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. All right? All right. The second, any questions on this, by the way, real quick, before we go to the other way of finding your carriers and finding the owner. Any questions on? Yeah, go ahead.
I have a question. This is Michelle. I have a question.
Oh, no questions? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Why can't you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine.
Okay, good.
Yes, I hear you.
What are the chances that these loads are available when they've been up for 10 hours or more? Shoot.
Which right? This load right here?
I'm looking at how old the loads are.
What do you mean the trucks?
No, these
loads are available. If you put in your the date and the
age.
You put the date in. What's today's date?
Second.
Yeah,
most of them don't have to be delivered.
Yeah, you got some people that says the age is 10 hours. Well, I mean, why are they available? That's when you're asking me why are these loads available and they've been there for 10 hours?
I'm saying, what are the chances that the loads are available?
Hello?
When they've been, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I mean, the loads are available if they're still showing. Yeah, I hear you. If the loads are showing on the load board, okay, chances are these loads are still available. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Usually, these are all live load boards. Okay, these are all live load boards. We don't just throw load boards up just because the load, that wouldn't make any sense to have a load board that wasn't live. All these load boards are live. Okay? So if you got live load boards, right, and you click on the loads, right, chances are like this has been up for 7 hours and 7 minutes. So this is in Mansfield, Texas. So what time is it now? It is now 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think Texas is what, an hour behind us or an hour ahead? I mean, it's not that far difference. Okay, so basically, if you count back 7 hours, that means this load got posted in sometime this afternoon, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You got posted around about 2 o'clock. 2 or 3 o'clock is when that load got posted. Now, chances are most carriers are what? Already on the loads and running at 2, 3 o'clock, right? So one of the reasons why this load was still be available is that there was no carriers available to run it when it got posted. Right? So, or Or it just could have been, this could be a load that runs every day. And they posted the day before the pickup, which is on tomorrow morning. You see what I'm saying? So, just, follow up, call, but chances are this load is available.
Well, if you go over to the date shipped,
Okay.
it doesn't ship till tomorrow.
They'll really have a problem. Exactly. So, it's put on there today, but it doesn't ship until tomorrow. So no one's going to pick it up tonight. Why? Because the ship is closed. So, no. So it's waiting for that someone like you who's ahead of the game, looking at these loads, then you're going to go ahead and do what? You're going to go to shoot this guy what? An email or a message saying that you want that load, right? So when he get in early tomorrow morning, and he's looking at the West Collar, he's like, oh, I got a West Collar. A message saying that somebody wants this load. You got a carrier that's already close down and ready to pick the load up. You get someone, hey, I'm calling you about the, the carrier. Do you want this load? Yes, that carrier does. Well, what's his MC number? Get MC number, blah, 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 good to go. See how that works? Set yourself up for success. Set yourself up for success. Because you already know that the brokers, they come in about what? 6 o'clock, 7 a.m. in the morning. They leave at about what? 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you're on here tonight looking at loads, you're basically just getting stuff and you're sending the messages to these these brokers. Because you've got all the information on here, you got the phone numbers and all that type of stuff. There's usually a way you can send them a message, add a private note, things of that nature, contact information. So you're usually able to find a way to contact them and send them a note. Worst case scenario, call them up and leave a message. Plain and simple. Okay? All right, so there you go. All righty. Any more questions on that before we move on? All right. Okay. Get out of truckers' path. Now, the other area that you all can find trucks. Now you notice here, this load board as you can do trucks. You notice here, so you are on what's it called? You can view trucks, but I haven't figured out how to pull them up yet. But I think this one is not for. It's not. It's for trucks that you have to post. You have to have trucks posted. And I know there's a way I can look it up without posting trucks myself, because see, I'm not a broker. This is really for brokers. You can post trucks. You can view your trucks if you have your trucks available on there. Hold on, let's try this. Shippers and brokers. Let's try that one. All right. See what it gives me if I put in the shippers and brokers. See if I get a different view, or if I'm able to even look at the shippers and brokers one. Pending book, and I can't even look at shippers and brokers. View my loads. It's just yeah. Oh, hold up. Yeah, I can. See what a little research does? Y'all see that right there? It says find trucks. Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got here, y'all. Let's see what we got here. Let's do the truck map. What do y'all think? If we do the truck map, see what it finds for us. All right, look at that. Available trucks. You got a truck map, right? So it's like the reverse of find and load. they don't have a whole lot of trucks on here, like trucks that. So I guess a lot of owner operators, they're not aware of this feature on this big load board. But let's say, like here in Texas, you got 19 trucks. That's pretty good. You got 19 trucks. Click on it, and you can look up one of those trucks. You can call them and hear them at the same pitch. Wow, look at that. There you go. You got 19 trucks right here. I would go ahead and switch this out. The flatbed, dry van, reefer. I wouldn't do it in hot shots. I would do containers. Flat plus tarp. I do some power onlys. All right. Then I would do, let's increase my radius. All right, here we go. So it gives me a list of 18 trucks. That are in Texas, and I can just click on them. It just tells me what they are. It does have a phone number, so you can call them up. Yep, we got the phone number, so you can call them up and get information from them. Now, the only thing that you don't have on here, you don't have the safety rating system like you had on Trucker's Pad. Okay, that's the only thing you don't have. You've got a credit report, but they're all, here's one right here, 9 to 8 on the pay. Now this is good to know. This is good to know. If you got a credit report, and remember, anything that has a pay index, right, of 92 or better, that's what? That's considered good pay index. Okay? So this carrier here has a pretty good one. Overall credit score is 94. Very low risk. You know, over all days to pay, they've been known to take up to 33 days, and that's kind of a cautionary thing. Y'all see that right there? So, you know, that's the kind of things you might want to take a look at. Corporate strengths, you know, company history. You know, this one gives you a lot of background information. So, you know, gives you some good background information on who they are, how they pay, and things like that. Okay. So, you know, this is a good way to vet your trucks or to vet carriers before you start giving them a call too. As y'all can see, there are many ways that you all can you can look up your carriers. You can you got a lot of resources to help you, you know, to help you get a good pool of carriers to call and to pitch and to increase your chances of closing. Okay, so that's one that's on direct freight. Okay, now remember, when you're on direct freight, you got to switch over to shippers and brokers, just like you did with Trucker's Pad. You got to switch over to a shippers and brokers, and then you can go to Truck Map or Find Trucks. Either way, go to Truck Map or Find Trucks, and then you'll be able to find your truck. I like using the maps because it's a good, quick, easy way to just go in and get a snapshot of the country as a canvas, and you can tell what's what and what's where. Okay, so if I'm looking in Texas, I got 19, you know, trucks in Texas. If I go to the load map, I got what, a whole bunch of loads in Texas. Yeah, I mean, so I will pull this up on two different screens. One in the truck search, the other one in the load map, and just kind of match them up. You know, and go ahead and
Alvin,
preset
would you
yourself
stay away from the Canadian
success.
drivers?
All right.
Alvin, would you stay away from
No. But if you got trucks that can go up in Canada, not everybody has a passport.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if they're here, they've got a passport.
If you got carriers that are able to go up in Canada, that's... I'm sorry?
I said they're already here, so they have a passport, but do you have to deal with the brokers when they go across the borders up there too, or just the broker that you get the load from?
Yeah, I mean, you mean like, well, if you're going up into Canada and you're looking at trucks that's already up there, remember you're looking at trucks that are in Canada. Is that what you're saying? Or if you're looking at trucks that are down here that are already...
You were on with Texas.
I mean, I don't know.
There was about 6 of them. There were Canadian drivers.
There was one that said that he was a Canadian driver?
There was about 6 of them at the bottom of that chart you had pulled up.
Okay, well, if it says that they were Canadians,
Montreal.
Vancouver. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Montreal.
Yeah. Now, if you get them, if they're there, get them a load from back
you said Toronto.
There. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the destination. That's where they're basically from, I guess.
I have to sharpen my French up.
See, here's another thing I don't know with this load board. If these trucks are loaded or empty. I don't know that on this load board. On the truckers pass, we know that they place themselves available. But then again, they would have to, because they have the age here also too.
Okay.
They had to either place themselves on here. Okay. So they actually place themselves on here. So I would assume that they are available for load since they posted themselves available. All right?
All right.
All right. All right. The other way to find trucks, and this is going to do it for tonight, is quick transport solutions. And you find quick transport solutions down here in the load board section again. So this one that looks like it moves pretty fast. You're gonna click on it. It doesn't require a login. So you're gonna click and go right to it. And you're gonna go over here to where it says resources. And you're gonna come down here and it says find. You can either do search trucking companies, or you can click find load/trucks. Now I usually click search trucking companies. Okay. If you click search trucking companies, it's going to pull up all the trucking companies. There we go. You can pull them up by state. You want to look in the state of Georgia. I don't put in city, I don't put in company name, and I really only look for carriers that have 1 to 5 trucks. And I always come over here and I click interstate. Okay. Yeah. Search. And it pulls up every owner operator in the state of Georgia that has 1 to 5 trucks and is interstate operation. And that is going to be a list of a lot of them 1 to 5 truck owners in Georgia. 16,869 results. A lot of owner operators, a lot of carriers, right, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of carriers. 16,000 plus carriers. So I don't think you all are going to run out of carriers to call. Okay? And that's just in Georgia. And we're not even talking about all the other states, the other 47 states, the contiguous states. But in Georgia, you got that many carriers to call. Now, with that many carriers, you are going to have a number of them that are going to be out of business. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that. But it's not going to be all of them. It's not going to be aware. It probably won't even be more than 2% or 3%. Now, 16,000 carriers, 1% is like what, 160. So, if you run into 160 carriers that are out of business, that's not bad. That's just 1%. So you can probably look to see about 3 to 3.5% of those are gonna be out of business or whatever the case may be. So you may run into, if you call all 16,000, you may run into 300 or 400 of them. Maybe 500 or 600 that are out of business. Okay, and that's not a bad ratio. That's actually pretty good. So just keep that in mind if you go on a calling spurt and you hit 4 or 5 in a row that are out of business. I mean, that's just the 4 or 5 you hit out of the 500 that are on there that are out of business, or 600 that are out of business, but you still got what? Over 16,000 to call. All right, there you go. But click on one of these, you buy your care, you click on it and put up all this information out there. It's going to have, the number of trucks they own, the number of drivers they have. They have, their extra mileage and, all types of stuff. The safety ratings, all satisfactory. It's going to have all your information on, the insurance, when it renewed, when it was canceled, all that stuff is going to be on here. The location map, where they're located at, and things of that nature. So you got all the information you need, basically all that got up and some of the pictures. Okay. Here again, you may want to go ahead and start looking up some loads that are leaving out of their home area. Okay. See what you can find that's either leaving out of the home area, or better yet, what loads that's going back to the home area. Right. That would be ideal. So you start to go to load boards and kind of set yourself up for what? For success already. Stack the deck, okay? Rig the game, all right? So that's what you're going to be looking for. This is how you find loads. Now, let's check this right here where it says find loads and trucks. So sometimes we forget that this is a load board. This is a load board also. We use it primarily to find trucks, but it is a load board, okay? It is a load board. So if you're looking for loads, let's just see what type of load we have here. I don't see a load map, so let's just select, see if it'll do them all. What do you guys click to say? Oh, here it is, right here. All right, load search. I just started with A's, I guess. Well, that's California. My bad. That's just California. Anybody got a state you want to look in? Anybody have a preference on which state you want to look in?
Why not Texas with all them drivers?
And where was that?
Texas.
Where?
Texas.
Oh, state of Texas. Oh, state of Texas. See here. All right, so yeah, this is a load board. It's found 940 loads in the state of Texas. Let's see. Drop, pick up, delivery, equipment, weight, size, company. It does not have the money. Did y'all notice that?
Yeah.
Drop City. I see everything, but I don't see the money. Let's try.
So would you go ahead and call the broker?
Yeah, so that's what. Yeah, cause it's going to give you all the information about that broker, but it's not going to show you what that load is paying. So when you click on it, it'll pull up that broker's all that broker's information. There it is right there, but it's not going to show you what that load is paying. So it has a number here for you to call, and the load number, the post ID number, but it's not showing you what the money is. Okay, that's probably one of the reasons why I don't look at this load board. That could be one of the reasons why I don't look at this load board a whole lot. So I've got to do too much work in determining what the load is paying. Okay? So keep that in mind. This would be good for if you just want to connect with brokers and, call them up to try and see if they got a dedicated freight and see if you can pick their brain as far as what they have. So it'd be a good way to, to just go through brokers and see who all the brokers are in certain states and things like that. Now, hold up. Some of them do have the rate. See right here where it says rate, this one is showing 450. And this one is showing 525. This one is showing 550. So, some of them do have the rates for the miles. That's the weight with the miles. Delivery, weight, size, equipment, pickup date, box. It does not have the miles either. I notice that it does not have the miles. I see where it says pick up city, drop city. So you've got to kind of calculate the miles yourself. As the weight, but it does not have the miles. So you got to pretty much calculate the miles yourself. And so this one's paying $1,900, and it's going from Athens, Texas, to Lakeland, Florida. It's a no fees, no touch, no lumpers. So it's basically just a drop in the hook. That's good, but it doesn't give you the miles. So you gotta pretty much calculate the miles, yourself. Okay. If you're looking through this, and there's no way to just pull up all the ones that have the rates. There's no way to bring it pull up the ones that have rates. You got to go through it, look down, and see what's paying what. 525, 525. He's going to pay 1175 from Texas to California. That's not a bad trip. 550, 1500. Anyway, but there you go. If you're looking for trucks, find trucks. On here, you can find trucks on here too. So you can go through the truck search, or you can go through finding trucks, and they're in different locations. So go through here and see what you're looking for. Now you call dispatch, call dispatch. So you got a lot of trucks. I would not use this to locate trucks because it's kind of vague. If y'all notice here, this kind of vague. It doesn't give you a whole bunch of information. I wouldn't use this particular area here to find it. I would go to the resources area again and look for the find certain companies. Okay, that's how I would do it. Because this one is kind of vague. You can just wind up just spinning your wheels doing it, trying to look for them on here. So the way we showed y'all the first time is really the way you need to be searching for your trucks. which is this way right here. You're using quick transport solution. Okay. Any questions on quick transport and how to find folks using quick transport? No questions on that? No questions. All right, great. All right. This training is going to be entitled How to Locate Owner Operators to Pitch the Script. How much money do you need to find it? Do you need to move it? So this is going to be on how to locate owner operators to feed. So that's what this is going to be. It will be posted on YouTube probably by tomorrow. There will be a link that you can go and watch and re-watch the live broadcast immediately. I'm following this. I will post it in the chat groups. So if you're in the chat, go to the chat group and you'll be able to see the link right there. And you can click on it and go in and you can watch the live link. I may even put it on our group page, the RBBS Distance Learning Center. You can watch the live broadcast over again. And then we'll have it loaded up on YouTube and in the back office by tomorrow. All right. That's pretty much it. So remember, orientation will not be every other Monday. It will be once per month. And it will probably be on a Monday once per month. Okay? And instead of the orientation every Monday, we'll be having the how-to session. Okay? How to, use a certain tool or resource. I think that will serve you all better. Having these series of how-tos should be able to help you all to understand how to use a certain tool, and it should be a better way to help you all to self-train your agents or your dispatch agents for those of you who have the corporate accounts. Okay?
Thank you.
I was noticing that we get a lot of questions on stuff. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I thought this would serve you all a whole lot better than just a full-blown orientation every week. So I think these, break them down like this, I think you all get a lot out of it. We can be more specific on certain things and help you all to be able to talk again and be able to put these things to use a lot better. All right. Appreciate you all. I thank you all so much. We're going to be having some changes here pretty soon. As you all know, my wife and I are buying a house. We're buying a home. And we chose this home because it has a lot of great features where we can, broadcast right there from the home. It's got a huge deck area, and we're actually going to be building on the property. It's over half acre. So we're going to be building on the property. I can kind of show it to you. I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag. Hey, don't tell my wife I'm about to go there right now, but she's going to find out. Okay. This is what we're going to be building on the property in the backyard. All right. These were some ideas of we're starting out with something like this, as y'all can see here. But eventually, this is what we want. Not that. That's what we're starting out with. But eventually, that is going to turn into this. Okay? And this is what I always wanted something like this and have this on my property. Where this is basically going to be our new broadcast studio. They can see it, that's going to be completely folded in. It's almost like a guest house. It's complete guest house cabin experience. Over here on the sides, we're probably going to have like the jacuzzi on one side, something like that. The other side is going to be like a game room or whatever, or or maybe even small sleeping quarters where it's going to be. But this area here is going to be pretty much set up for our broadcast. It's going to be, a full bar and lounge area with, with the drop-down screen, so that we can, broadcast right on the projection screen and things like that. And it's going to have the full and everything. So that's what's eventually going to happen. I'm thinking probably this is not going to be anytime soon. This will probably be within the first 8-9 months, because we're closing on the 19th, and I'm going to begin working on this immediately. I'm going to begin working on this immediately. So, that's what I mean. It has a nice gazebo there now, and we're just going to be adding to it, and there's some nice big backyard areas enough for us to build that, and it should serve us greatly as far as the business is concerned, as well as entertaining guests and things of that nature. All right, everybody. Appreciate you all so very much. Hope you all learned a lot tonight. Hopefully, this new format for Monday nights will be of great use and something that you all can really take heed in and get a lot out of it. Thank you all again. I appreciate each and every last one of you all. For those of you who are watching this later and you want to become a part of our network, just simply go to mydispatcher.org. Again, go to mydispatcher.org. On the very first page, you'll see where we have a video there. If you scroll down and underneath that video, you see where it says to enroll. Click here. And you click there, that will take you over to the automated enrollment. You can enroll with any debit or credit card. Individual enrollment will pop up first if you are a corporate member or if you are a veteran. Click off of that, and it reveals all of our enrollment packages. Okay? And the thing from veterans to the corporate enrollments to the franchisee, and plus our soon-to-be great logistics training guarantee career placement events, which we're looking to start here in March of 2020. Thank you all again. Y'all have a great night. Appreciate y'all joining us. I will see you all back here tomorrow night, which is Tuesday night spot training, and then Wednesday, which is Wednesday Q&A. And then this Saturday, we will be having the 6 Biggest Booking Freight from Home show. Next Saturday, we probably will not. Why? Because next Saturday is the 14th, and which will be coming up to our closing, so we'll probably be doing a whole bunch of stuff getting ready for the closing. And I'm definitely not going to have one Saturday after the closing, because we'll just be trying to get everything ready to move over to the house. So we probably won't be seeing y'all again until the 4th. So this Saturday, which will be the 7th, we will be having the 6 Biggest Booking Freight from Home show. Then after that, we won't have another one until it's either going to be January the 4th or January the 11th. So it's going to be a pretty long break for the holidays. But I'll be giving some lives and some quick spot trainings and things like that. So you all have contact with us when you're not feel like you're totally left out of the group. Thanks again, everybody. I appreciate y'all. I hope to see y'all back here tomorrow night doing spot training. And you all have a great night. Good night.
So, Mr. Butler.
Yep.
I have a question. So if I missed the
Hello?
orientation training, yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
I missed the orientation training tonight. So when will the next class actually be?
Okay. All right. If you missed the beginning, we made that announcement.
I did.
In the beginning, we are no longer going to be holding orientation every other month. Okay. So we're no longer going to be holding orientation every other Monday. Why? Because we have a whole bunch of orientations on YouTube and in the back office, and they're all exactly the same. The last orientation we did was the same as the one before that. So it makes no sense for us to continue having the same thing over and over and over again, because there's no new information. And if there is going to be new information, we would have orientation once per month. Okay, live orientation will be once per month and not every week or every other week. We will on Monday nights, instead of doing the live orientation, we will be doing how-to training slots. Okay, because I think that's going to serve you all a lot better, because I've had a lot of questions where people call me up and say, well, how do I do this? How do I find this? Where do I do this? Where do I do that? And I'm like, okay, did you not attend the last orientation? Or did you not watch the orientation video? And I'm realizing that our orientation videos, they're usually about an hour and a half long. And there's a lot of stuff that we're cramming into the orientation video. And people are either because they have their attention span is not what it should be, or they are trying to do several things while they're listening to the orientation or attending the orientation, and they're missing some stuff. And then instead of them going back and just painstakingly going through the orientation all over again, they're just calling up and asking questions. Okay? So what we decided that what we're going to do is, instead of having the long, drawn-out orientations every Monday we're going to have specific how-to training on how to find your carriers, or how to locate on operators to call, how to use your dispatch agreements, how to find shippers or where to find shippers. So we're going to be doing a series of how-to videos. Each one of them is going to be on a step in the process. Okay, so that way, if you want to know something, just go to the how-to. Okay.
Gotcha. So I was just asking because I did watch the orientation on YouTube already, and I was just wondering if I needed to actually do it in the live session, and that's why I was trying every Monday to catch it, but I just haven't been able to.
Okay. Yeah. We're not going to be giving those every Monday because they're very long and it's the same stuff over and over and over again. I mean,
I watched a couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, and you can still see my screen. If you go and watch this right here, 10/29, 2019. That was the last one that we recorded. That one has everything I was going to say tonight. That one has everything that this was said. Okay. That has everything that that was said. They're all the same. So they're all the same. So it becomes kind of pointless to just keep doing the same thing over and over and over.
So I was just trying to make sure I didn't need to watch it live to move to the next step.
I'm sorry?
I was just trying to make sure that I didn't need to watch it live.
No, you don't have to watch it live.
To move to the next step.
It's the same stuff. No, you don't have to watch them live. You just go to it. Like I said, you watch orientation, right?
Right, I did.
Yeah, and if you just follow the instructions, and then you should be, move right to the next step. Rather than orientation, it leads you right to your next step, and there they are right there.
But I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know if it had to be live before. Okay. So I'll be moving on then.
There are your instructions right there. You don't have to be live, and that's why we're doing the individual how-to trainings. But I think you all are going to get a lot more out of that. I think that'll be a lot more beneficial to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. You have a good night.
You too.
All right.